dimwit. The poor sod must find someone to drink a whole cellar full of wine in one go. Make it foul. Grimm does dirt.
And now to make a cellar full of wine for a single drunken sod to drink it up. Hello and welcome back to McGee's Grimm. This is the Golden Goose, and I'm your very sad host because oh man, this tale.
Chomp and stomp.
This tale is this is where it's going to get pretty bad soon. Cause notice how everything is kind of, well, spilling, kind of residues of wine being, gathered on the floor.
Stomp it.
I hate to say, I don't want to say like that's necessarily a good thing, but that's not a good thing. So you're probably wondering why I'm not converting that thing right away. Well, as usual, I'm trying to get as much as I can, but there's even more of a reason of that now. Oh god. Yes, I know it's so dark. You guys wouldn't be complaining about it being so dark if you didn't know what I had to do. Like now.
So dark.
So yes, welcome to the actual speedrun of this game, in which, well, the wine the room is being flooded with wine. So in order to go, you have to run and basically get out of there as quickly as humanly possible.
Make it rotten.
And well,
stomp it good.
The wine gets up procedurally more and more, and well, because the game does not like you, even if you get there really quick and in a way that most people would be impressed by, and you wouldn't have to worry about the flood getting to you, well, it does so anyway.
Stomp away.
And yes, it is still flooding even more. So yeah, we still have to go, and I think it's still yeah, it's still rising, by the way. Okay, so yeah, we gotta go like now. Now, Grimm, please.
Dimwit better find a souse that can swim. I'd sink like a stone. Actually find someone to drink the contents of the wine cellar, but the guy doesn't look like he's had enough practice. Make him more of an inveterate boozer. Make it repulsive.
And yes, this is basically our wine cellar man, who drinks like there is absolutely no tomorrow. And yes, this place is there is a secret over there that I kind of would like to I'd like to get before I finish this chapter, and very much hope I can get a gold for all of my trouble.
Our secret no more.
And yes, the platforms do not stay afloat forever. It's kind of a douche move.
Stop it!
It's kind of bastard move what they do here.
Stop it!
Basically, you have to keep
Don't
stomping.
delay, but stomp away!
You have to keep stomping them, but the problem with that is if you stay on a platform for too long,
But stomp it!
you get the issue.
Liquids have drowned my
of that.
sorrows, but this is ridiculous.
It's pretty. I'd like to say I have my own personal issues with this stage, but you probably have seen it already.
But stomp
Now
it!
drink more, you drunken sod. Jesus, I need more.
Stomp it good! Waste my water!
Thankfully, that did count. That did actually count.
Rumpenstoutering brave, the worst kind.
Yeah. Basically, having to do some leaps of faith in essence.
Waste my water! Rumpenstomping,
It helps
butt
more when
kicking
you know, you can
good.
see the man,
Rumpenstomping, butt kicking good.
or that happens.
Rumpenstoutering brave, the worst
I
kind.
remember I didn't have this much trouble with this. But then again, too far of a plunge, and well, that happens.
Rumpenstomping down the foul water. We should be friends. Don't delay.
If it weren't for the platform sinking, I wouldn't be having this much of a problem getting over. Plus, you can't jump to that platform because, well, it counts as a butt stomp if you jump, because I'm going down a huge difference. So I have to.
Water.
What I'm trying to say is you have to go over here. Jesus Christ!
Stomp it. Stomp it good.
Ugh. That is still not the worst, weirdly enough. So let's continue onwards.
Imagine that. Dimwit has actually managed to find a person who wants to eat a whole mountain of bread. But he's being too careful not to eat all the bread people. He needs to be more voracious. Here he comes, like a wave consumes a sandcastle. Totally, brutally, quickly. Uh-oh. Make it repulsive. Let's Grimm it.
Who's played Crash Bandicoot? Because, well, this is a segment where you have to run away from the man who is going to eat all this bread. And he very quickly catches up. He can keep up, you have to keep running and always be moving away, because if he catches you, well, you're kind of dead, and this is slow-mo, which allows you to, well, it does as advertised. You move at a slower, everything moves at a slower pace, including you. No!
You incompetent!
Although thankfully in some cases, killing yourself does kind of help you get progress you missed in case if you were busy running away from the bread man. It doesn't help when you have to wait, especially when he gets in his like real fast move, because eventually you just see his shadow directly behind you as he is catching up, trying to, well, eat all this bread with you included on it because, well, life hates you. So yeah, let's just keep moving, keep running. That's really the best I can tell you about the stage. It's just keep moving and hope to God you get as much, you can infect as much dark as you can. Because you really don't get much of a choice, really. It's just, yeah, run or be sad from the giant fat man eating all the bread.
Grimm's disgusting.
Thankfully, here I can get there's a little reprieve here at least, so just infect what you can. Just keeping an eye on the bread man. 'Cause there he is right there. Giant is... Oh, yep. And yeah, everything is basically breadland gets a bit more disgusting, moldy, and well, half-eaten?
Romping, stomping, butt kicking good.
Something like that. But a very terrible thing is if you are too slow and, well, Breadman gets a hold of you, you will be basically eaten with Breadman and, well, you die. because Breadman ate you, because you were on the bread that Breadman was trying to eat. On this entire mountain of bread. I don't know where he is right now, which worries me slightly. Where is he right now? I shouldn't be looking, actually. Maybe that's a bad idea, because he could literally be right there. Oh, Lord. Look at that man. He's just eating all the bread.
Stop it! But stop it!
Well, is he actually getting closer? I can't tell. Looks like he actually stopped, but I don't care. Let's get out of here.
You've got 5 seconds to spit me out before I fart in your windpipe. 5, 4, 3.
And I'm surprised I even got gold with that. Either way, let us move on to the final scene.
Dimwit finally gets married to the princess. Yuck. How about we bring our golden goose back? And maybe change his name. Goosezilla, that suits him. What a creature. Oh, divine duck, you're an inspiration. Now fly away. Wreak havoc another day. Make it rancid. Dirt.
And with this wedding, again, we have the accompanying requirement of the pause music. Hooray! Also, strong winds. Like, Jesus Christ, you cannot move when these winds are where these winds are. It's actually kind of sad. It's really less being able to move, and more so if you're able to jump. But the best way to keep yourself safe when those come is to literally make sure you are behind something.
Rotten.
That is basically your best way of not dying, really. If you're not able to die, well, they won't be able. The current won't sweep you away, which won't basically fling you off the boat to your imminent demise. Because again, this happens. Please no, please no, please no, please no.
Now.
If I can convert those guys, that'll be good.
Now who's Ripper said?
Oh Lord. Ah, no, 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 no. Please no. Please no. Current, please no. I don't want this at all. I just wanted to get through this quickly and painlessly.
Now who's putrid?
No. Help!
Romping, stomping, butt kicking good.
Now, were you do believe me if I were to say that isn't the, or that's not the hardest thing while dealing with the boat under here. First, I gotta deal with the obvious, with our obvious sailors who are really pirate men. Yes, you all are all so disturbed. Congratulations. Alright, that's all. That's all of them down there. We don't have to worry about this bottom deck ever again, if we're lucky. Because now we have to do with a different version of, well, the currents.
Vile.
Which is basically rope climbing with pendulums. And if the wind picks up, guess what? It becomes a living nightmare because it gets harder to cross the rope. And with the boat swaying is not actually helping me at all. No, 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 no. Please, no! And then you get this in which you have to start over again. Crap, no! No, 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 no. Please, no! No. This is the latter half of this story is basically the reason I can't stand it. It's just, horrible trial of patience that you kind of, it kind of takes a weird Sims Fortressy approach where if you weirdly rush this, somehow it's not as hard as if you were just, you know, I don't know. Still on it. No! Oh, for God's sakes, no! 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 For God's sakes, no! This is going to make me sad. For God's sakes, time. Stop doing. It's the ropes really just kind of mess with me, really, just with the fact that. Oh no! 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 Oh, there's a secret on the other side of the boat. That's cool, I suppose, but I need to get back up here again. Wait for the freaking wind to blow yet again. And not... which, you know, I could just... Actually, can I actually do that? No, I actually have to... Darn it! Just have to wait for the dumb... I have to get all the way up there with the freaking bird. Crap. Well then, that's a problem. That's a huge problem that presents me. Hey, look at that rope sway! That is not healthy at all. Ooh! Okay, good. That's just a secret, but we don't need that nonsense right now. Let's just get out of here.
That's going to leave a mark. Okay, set course. Second star on the left. We'll sail until we find some isle of cuteness that needs to be set right. Perhaps Yoshi's Island is on our route. We'll find it before too long.
And with that silver, I'm not sure how, but yeah, I will leave you guys with Grimm. I'll see you guys in the next tale. Until then, take care.
Now the story has a shape I can relate to. The unanswered, unpleasant, or unspoken questions have a voice. Nobody gets to be as lucky as Dimwit without some practice. Sure, he had some help, but he knows how to beat the devil. Failing to motivate his sons with words, father encourages them to become useful family members by other means.
Come back without wood again and there'll be no meat or pudding for you. Lazy meandering sod, and take Dimwit to...
As if our work wasn't hard enough, you useless waste of a functioning anus. We have to watch this daydreaming imbecile?
Certain amount of family strife promotes economic imagination and inventive use of vulgar insults. Once in the woods, a mean-spirited dwarf accosts the brothers. Give us a kiss and half your food and nobody gets hurt. Match?
Blow it out your back end, you oversized lawn ornament.
Hear that suffering? That's my work. I'm good at it. Now give me your food.
I would have shared. Why would you harm me? I've done nothing to you.
It's my job. Blame the boss. Here now, boy. Don't be naive. I'm sorry. Almost cut down the most crooked tree, and you'll find a nice surprise.
Help us, Dimwit! I've severed me arm, and Best Boy's cut off his leg! I'd love to, bro, but I've got other business. This looks like the one. Hello there. You ought to be worth something.
he heads for town, a changed man, looking for the main chance. Uh-oh, several people sticking fast to feathers, while seemingly a stretch, makes perfect sense if the goose is in fact a huge leper ball of death 5000 in disguise. That little guy wasn't kidding when he said Dimwit would find a surprise.
Father, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen. And a swell population control device. I want to marry that guy and have his children.
Well, will a misbegotten oaf like him appreciate your unique sense of humor? I'll test him. You, dimwit, empty my wine cellar in one sitting, eat a mountain of bread, and bring me a ship that sails on sea and land, and you can marry my daughter.
No problem, Your Honor. Does she come with a good dowry?
Surprised he didn't ask if she was a virgin, but off he goes to find a practiced tippler whose capacity can empty the king's wine cellar.
Perhaps you could get me a life preserver. I like to have a short kip before I consume the next 50 hogshead of the vino. Nice nose on it, by the way.
Nice nose on you, if I do so. Forget the life jacket. Get busy or you'll drown. I need you to drink faster so I can move on.
Well, we know he's short in the brains department, and it turns out he doesn't have much of a heart either.
It took some effort for me to find you, fatso, so don't disappoint. Open that big mouth and pack it in. Quickly.
I'm just big boned. But if speed is of the essence, I can pick up the pace, so to speak.
Ew, that was a gingerbread family. Rest in peace.
Where did that malevolent dwarf find all these outsized appetites? He's my kind of guy. Drinking and eating accomplished, the ship is everything it should be. Dimwit delivered on all counts. The crew looks familiar.
Nice wedding, Dad. By the way, are you going to die soon? That would be convenient. I'd like to be king. Or would I be queen? We could trade every other year.
Should my legacy be that I allowed my lunatic daughter, her idiot paramour, and their evil spawn to ruin the kingdom? No, better the royal family should perish. Let someone else begin again. Bring out the goose!
Oh, be still my heart. Those swabbies are pirates. I could only hope. And Dimwit, oh yes, he is well and justly named. Logic is served, even if it doesn't taste so good. Whoa! Who saw that coming? The golden goose returns and earns its fame. Scuttles a wedding, destroys everything and anyone in its path, sinks a ship. Mission accomplished! Doesn't get much better than that. May all our stories end so well. Until next time.